All right, so I see this here and there, it's pretty often. So the way it goes is a guy comes, he records himself walking in the door, and he says, you know, when I get home, I don't just expect my wife to keep doing shit. No, I get in and she sits down, I serve her, and then I take over all the duties. Okay. And then as you see down here, he says, in marriage, there are no gender roles. That's bullshit. Because there are things, absolutely, even listen to the ladies on a lot of these panels. Y'all not traditional. Y'all got to do this. Y'all don't do that. There are gender roles. We're not going to eliminate that just because at one point somebody just, it's not going to be a convenient thing. Just like y'all don't want it to be a convenient thing for dudes, it's not going to be a convenient thing on the opposite side either. Now, here's my thing. I'm not sure how many. It looks like they just have two. How the fuck did the floor get like that when you have just two? When you have just two? I understand you gotta chase both of them, but like that. But that's not what I want to focus on. But that's kind of egregious. I think they did that just for the video. Um, I'm gonna assume she's a stay-at-home wife. I'm just gonna assume that. Otherwise, it's kind of irrelevant. Um, but didn't you just come from working as well? So it's okay for you to continue working, but not her. That's what I hate shit like this. To make it seem like if you don't make it to where she doesn't have to work when you get home, but you do, then you're just not being fair. How the fuck is this fair on the other end? This is equally as bad for a dude to come home and say, I ain't doing shit, fuck you, don't talk to me. It's just as bad. Because now instead of that, it's okay, you're home now, you do this shit, bring me a cup of water, don't fucking talk. Like, it's the same shit. I don't understand how this one is better than the other. It's the same shit. Now let's go into these comments and I haven't read any of the comments this time, by the way. Um, no, ma'am. If he's been to work all day, then you get your butt up and clean that mess. Come on now. Again, if there's nuance to this, these internet conversations never have nuance. I'll try to entertain it here. Both of you, knock it the fuck out so you can get, to whatever it is you want to do, right? Let's say again, let's assume that she's just a stay at home mom. She's a stay at home mom, and and isn't it also going to depend on how long he works? If he only, because I've had jobs where they didn't allow you to work overtime. If he like my janitor job, so let's say I got to stay home wife and not my janitor job, right? I work from 6:30, from 6 to 2:30, no exceptions, and the job itself isn't that difficult or hard or vigorous. Then sure, when you get home from a job like that, yes, you knock this whatever the fuck it is, knock the task up that's left over, and then you both can chill out or get to whatever it is. But if he's working 12-hour shifts, he's got that kind of job because I've had those jobs as well, where 6 7 days they want you in there hustling, bustling, 10 12 hours, and some companies will allow you to work even longer than that. To then go, all right, hurry up, you walk in, you help do this. We're at your job because, ladies, listen, if you're a stay-at-home mom, you can figure out ways to work in, especially when the kids are that old and not literally babies crawling around. You can figure out ways to put a break in there somewhere. You can figure out a way to put a nap in there somewhere. But some jobs that I've had, you are working. You get a 10-minute break, and if it's a 12-hour shift, they'll do it like they'll go 2 10s in a 30, or 2 15s in a 30. They usually break it up some way like that. But it's not like, and then think about it. Of that 30 minutes, that includes you walking your ass to the break room or your car and walking your ass back. If you eat, that's you getting that shit out the fridge or out the lunchbox, sitting down. That 30 minutes is consumed in some way by you not sitting down. So there's a big chunk of that there. So if you got to do that 5 6 days a week, but yet now you're expecting this guy to come in and also hustle and bustle all the time, you especially once you pass 30, there's something that has to be worked out there where it's not just walk in, help do all this shit, try to take a nap. Y'all got to figure something out. Now I don't know what it is, obviously, because we're talking about the nuance part here. But please stop. Please stop with the you. And not actually, I want to say this again because I've said this. Before, I said this before. Need to say this again. When it's flipped and you ask women, even if they aren't married, you ask them if you pay all the bills, do you feel that you should come and touch anything? Every last one of y'all say no. Every last one. But yet, if we pay the bills, we are the ones who work outside the house. Then therefore, it changes. That's a load of shit. Come on. Why does she look like she can't handle her kids? Wow, these are two women back to back. That's odd. So even this is even egregious for some women to even bear. Oh, all right. If she works, then yes, help her. If she's a stay-at-home mom, nope, not okay. Fellas, listen. I know we have to deal with a lot of BS in the workforce in real life, but our women got it a little worse. They have to deal with the same and us. Okay, you dudes that do this shit, stop it. You are not as a dude. Okay, if we get to pretend that the dude by default is a burden on the woman, look, why doesn't that work the other way around? Because again, remember, in this situation, if she's a stay-at-home mom, a stay-at-home wife, then that means immediately her and the children are automatic burdens that we get to complain about, that we get to take into consideration for why we should have all the say so if we pay all the bills, right? If we're going to use this kind of logic, you don't get to default me into the burden because I have a dick. I'm not going to tolerate that. Her only job is to maintain the house and kids while you work. You shouldn't be doing this. This is how men die early. I don't know about that last part. But again, there's no way the house should be that. There shouldn't be that much, unless y'all got like 8 kids. There shouldn't be that much shit when you get home that it feels like, oh my God, it's just I can't, I'm going to explode. Like, if anything, I think more of what y'all complain about is the fact that kids themselves, not the chores, not all kids. But here's the thing: for the most part, fathers and mothers go about the annoyance of the kids a lot differently. Ladies, y'all seem like y'all take a lot of like, I don't know, like you don't seem to understand that you can tell them shut the fuck up and like just continue to do what the fuck you doing, right? And that's at any age. Now I'm not saying if they're bleeding blood, oh fuck, I still got to get this load out the washer. Obviously not. But if the kids are screaming, you can just like, all right, fuck y'all. I'm got these. I need to get these clothes, change the clothes out the dryer, blah blah. Blah. I need to at least get these dishes ready to be washed while y'all in here kicking and screaming, right? Or let's say you have the baby. If the baby just won't shut the fuck up, you've changed it, you fed, it just keeps crying. It's like, listen, I'll try to hold you, but I got shit to do. Maybe you get one of those slings or some shit to hold it while it cries in your ear. Like, there are ways to minimize the stress as much as you possibly can. But y'all seem to just let that shit go and nag at you and go. It's just like, stop. You absorb so much of that shit, then it's like, but you do a lot of shit you don't necessarily have to go through. You just let that shit go. I don't have any, but I've seen babies. I've seen kids. They're not as special as you think. They're not as important as you think. They're not. They're not literally hands-on every second of the day important. They're not. And no, don't give them a screen. Give them a puzzle or some shit. Damn. Lazy. I've been in both roles and I disagree. If you've been at work for 8 hours, you should come home to a clean house regardless. You should have him make drink. Okay. Now, even though you've been in both roles, you're going to be doing a black and white thing. Okay. Again, it depends on what you do for 8 hours. Now, I'm not saying if you sit at a desk all day and do shit, that just obviously means you don't have stress. I'm not saying that at all. Because you still have a boss, still have a manager, supervisor, all that shit. I get it. But when I clean house, I guess it's subjective. Because I'm saying if it doesn't have a bunch of, like in this video, a bunch of shit on the floor, like it just has to be acceptable. Right? And if it's never clean, then I understand the problem. But it has to be acceptable, right? And I'm starting to think a lot of you are when you talk about cooking and shit, like y'all expect these like ridiculous type meals or something like that. I don't know. Because the shit, especially today that we cook on a day to day basis, is not difficult. You're opening a bunch of boxes and packages, turning the knob, stirring every 15 minutes. And please, like, stop acting like cooking is like, oh my God, I have to sit here and slay. You're not literally cooking from scratch like they did 100 years ago. You're not. That box mac and cheese takes 15 minutes. That chicken in the air fryer takes 20 minutes. And you flip it halfway through, maybe. You're not slaving over shit. Stop. Closing. Some of y'all got the 2-in-1 washer and dryer. You literally just put something in for an hour and a half, and you come back after that and it's ready to go. Stop. Please stop exaggerating. Like, God damn it. A lot of pick-me's in these comments. So many perfect women in here who don't ever get overstimulated or need help. Love that for you, sis, but if my man wants to help me on a day when I'm over it, I'll be very grateful. You guys don't have men that truly love you and appreciate you in the shows. Okay, see, this is right here is where y'all call gaslighting. Because the 2-3 comments I've read from women so far, they didn't say you never get overstimulated. That chick in the video is not overstimulated. She's a horrible actress. It's not that you never get overstimulated. We understand shit can get bad. Shit goes like it's. We understand that. Problem is, if you ask for this, if this is supposed to be a regular thing, like no matter what his job is, like he can't have a job that's actually stressful. Like only your job is stressful. And another thing, that's what I forgot to bring up. A lot of people depict men at work as if they just hang with their boys and shit, and that's it. No, like my job right now, I'm a truck driver. That shit gets aggravating a lot. We talking, they'll say 1 second. First of all, I never know what I'm going to do day to day. Never know where I'm going to go because they're that unorganized there. So my day it's the start of the day. What we got? Oh, we got this, and this. Okay, cool. Looks like an 8-hour day, 8.5 maybe. Tops 8.5 hours. Then you get back from the first run. Like, yeah, this came up and you got this person called off and now I was like, so now I'm looking at a 13-hour day. Why? Because of everything that ain't got shit to do with me. So that shit does get then again, traffic, you deal with traffic, people want to cuss you out. You might get someplace they got about there's a lot of shit that can raise your stress levels at work. It is not in no way just I get to go there, talk to adults because I heard Jeslyn Tolar say that. You get to talk to adults. They're not great adults. They're pieces of shit. So that I'm supposed to just be in a better mood because they're adults. Get out of here. Y'all yourself say a lot of adults act like children, but by default, because they're adults, I'm just supposed to be just more stimulated than her. Fucking stop it. Stop. Read them a book. Get your stimulation. Stop acting like as if we just go to work and just let Lolly die. Just stop doing that. So let me get this straight. Y'all say being a stay-at-home mom is a full-time job. You telling me that don't include cleaning up after the kids? Nah, we both working. House definitely should be clean. I'll come home in areas you need me to. But nah, me working and you home working, same-ish. Clean that up, boo. Shaking my head. Y'all on this post playing games. I can rock with that. My man is not coming home from work to do what the fuck should be done. Routine, structure, repeat. I'm not even reading the rest of this. Let me just, whoever the fuck you are, fucking shout out to you. Because another thing that makes marriages and relationships go bad, people hate the idea of routine. When that's what you need, because first of all, routine and structure, you're going to need that for stability. Well, structure, obviously, but more so is the same shit over and over again. The same shit over and over again. The same shit over and over again. So this idea, like when you hear a chick on Kendra G or some other talk show or something like that, it's like, he has to wow me. He has to do all this shit, and then you get to the marriage and it's like routine repeat. It's like, well, I just kind of of course. That's why I criticize the way we date so harshly. It doesn't tell you anything about what your life is going to be like with that person at all. Not even close. It tells you they may be able to keep you quote unquote stimulated while y'all go on, like you're think about it. You're making up you're penciling in time slots to go and see each other to have fun, right? Is that day-to-day life in a marriage? No. So of course it's gonna be a big letdown because it's not a fun factor. But you treat the dating process as it's supposed to be, and then wonder why it goes wrong. So yeah, shout out to her because she makes a lot of fucking sense. I want to see if that's a real account though. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Get your house in order. It is your obligation as a stay-at-home mom to do so. Yes, it is hard and overwhelming, but it is possible and it is so rewarding at the end. Trash out every morning. Night is all my man is doing outside of coming home to spend time with the children and relax. Now that's very important right there at the last part. Because a lot of you make it seem as if this dynamic works where he doesn't come home and do the shit like in the video. Therefore, he isn't doing shit with the kids at all. And that's such a bullshit thing to say and picture to paint. Obviously, he still comes home and tries to do as much with it. Even if he works a 12, 14-hour shift. Obviously, he still tries to do something with the kids, interact with them somehow. Obviously. So, again, that's another thing. Stop making it seem like a dude who has a stay-at-home wife simply doesn't interact with the kids at all. That's fucking stupid. And you're a liar when you do that. When did that man say didn't work? Y'all be so ready to attack that y'all don't pay attention. When he came through the door, he saw something he doesn't often see when he gets home. So at that moment, he understood she must be overwhelmed, exhausted, tired, had a bad day, etc. He understood it without her telling him, and loves her enough to show her. No worries, I got y'all. That's balance. It doesn't have to be what you would do. Just understand that's what worked for them. Okay, she may have a point here, depending on, I guess she's going for a perception thing. Because you don't have to say never worked. Hold on, what did she say? Didn't work. Like I'm talking about the mama or him or something, like he didn't come home from work. But again, I don't want to lose my place in the comment section. These videos depict a situation where this is a regular occurrence. So it is reasonable for everybody to look at this who has the idea that she regularly has the house looking like this and doesn't do anything with or doesn't get the kids in order, by time, the end of the day, for for him to have to come in and do it. And remember, at the bottom, he captioned it, in marriage, there are no gender roles. So again, when you caption shit like that, you paint the picture that this is a regular thing. So that, I think that's put to rest now. Fuck, I messed my spot. Well, it's crazy how y'all think that the working parent isn't supposed to help the stay-at-home parent, just because they've been at home with y'all kids all day in y'all's house. It's 2023, not 1944. Y'all don't say that shit on dates. Y'all don't never reference the year on dates ever. So I'm not acknowledging that part. That's irrelevant. And I haven't seen, maybe that one comment, but other than that, I haven't seen some people say you're not supposed to help with kids at all. It isn't supposed to be like this. All right, so I think we've got the gist of how these comments are going to go. Hold on, they're painting a particular perspective. Dash schedule: 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. work, 5:30 p.m., 8:30 p.m. kids, 8:45 p.m. to 11 p.m. house cleanup, by myself usually, 11 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Huh? Me time. Oh wait, silly me. 7 a.m. is considered me time by someone else. And she wonders why I'm tired all the time. Okay, this person got personal. Don't know where to go with that. So this is the last one I want to read because I think they're getting repetitive. But here we go. Why are people upset? He works from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and she works from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. No rest, no benefits, no coworkers, no salary. Doing the dishes, take 5 minutes, picking up the toys, take toys another 5, leave her 1 hour. Okay. The no rest part. You don't get rest if you don't know how to properly manage what appears to be 6-year-olds. Learn how to manage that. There's a way to get rest in there. All right, I'm completely crossing that one off. No benefits. Whatever the husband benefits are. The person that works, they put their family under the benefits package. What the fuck? That's how that works. What are you talking about? No coworkers. Listen. Especially if your kids aren't in school, which means from toddlers to like 5, I believe. You can put your kids in the strollers or a stroller and go for a walk. Do you know who else might be in the park stroll or trail or whatever? Other parents, other adults. You can talk to them. Hell, do you have a friend who sits at work on her phone all fucking day? You can talk to her. And I know she exists. I see her at my job when I worked indoors all the fucking time. But matter of fact, a lady that just retired, she is on her headset. She's a truck driver, on her headset nonstop. You can talk to her. You can talk to your friend. So I'm crossing that one off the list. Please stop. So the first 3 are gone, are done. No salary. Man. If that's the case, then the assets or anything like that shouldn't even be in discussion in a divorce. Stop it. You know your salary is the salary he earns and you share it. You know that. You know that. So that you're not a victim because you're a stay-at-home mom. You're not a victim in that. This is a completely falsely painted picture. Stop it. You have all of that shit. Doing the dishes takes 5 minutes. Then why aren't they done? If dishes are that easy to do, it shouldn't even be an argument on either side. Because it just takes 5 minutes, right? It shouldn't be an argument on either side. While the clothes are in the washer, should be able to do dishes. If you're going to make it that small of a task. Picking up the toys, another 5. Again, do y'all have any type of structure with your kids at all? Because you're not supposed to have that many toys out at once. You can tell your kids no. Hold on. People, this is for both men and women. To those who had kids, because y'all seen that problem with this. When your kids want one toy, you can tell them, hey, you have to put that toy back first. You can tell them that. You don't have to give them what they want just because they want it. You can tell them, you can look them in their face. I don't care that they have puppy eye. I don't care. I don't care that they're cute. You can tell them, no. Try it. Go to your kid right now and for no reason, just practice it. No. What the fuck? I used to pick up my cousin's kid from the babysitter's house for her and drop him off at his grandma's house. And she had this thing like I'll record certain stuff on and put it on Facebook or whatnot. And her and other people would just go at me for you're not supposed to do this, teach him this. And it's listen, he can learn this shit without me holding his hand. Like one particular thing, this tablet thing, and I was almost done at that point, cause she wanted me to buy him a new tablet because I broke the tablet that he had. Why did I break it? Because he didn't fucking listen. So I broke the tablet in his face. Now, no, you're not getting the tablet. Now you know you're not getting the tablet. Stop demanding the tablet when you don't listen to the person who's watching you. What did she do? Gave him again. I bought the tablet because she had to give him the fucking tablet. He had to be happy, so he must have the tablet. Well, that's why it's so bad. Because he wants the tablet, therefore he gets it. Because it makes your life easier, at least for now. Because his attention span is occupied with this tablet you gave him. Tell your kids, no. Doesn't make you a bad parent. Tell them yes all the time does. All right, be right. Not this atrocious of a parent. I'm out.